Perfect camp. 14. Perfect camp. This is first day, day 1, and it is now lunchtime.
And you know what do you tell people about this? You know, you're going around to walk wonderful case. You tell people we're putting this on, we're not going to do it, and then look at it crazy. I mean, what do you tell them?
Not here yet. That's right, all the important people are here. Can you see us all right? Because there's not much I can do if you can't. So, all right, I'm Rick Austin. I am the survivalist gardener. Has anybody here heard me speak before? Okay, a few of you. I feel like Hannah Montana here, but I'm one of those guys that likes to walk around and use his hands. So. Yeah, I'll save that for some of the staff, I think. Okay, we are here to talk about the secret garden of survival. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and my journey. I've lived through snow and ice storms. I've had an accident like that before. You know, when you lose power for a week at a time, I had apple trees planted in rows, just like every other apple farmer, with leaves touching each other and grass growing away because it just wasn't working. I studied how old-timers lived, back before there was electricity, back before there was refrigeration and mechanized farming, or fertilizer and pesticides. And most families produced their own food. They had chickens, they had livestock, they had chickens for eggs, they had you know, farm animals that they could use for milk and meat, and they grew their own food. And then came World War II. And suddenly, the boys weren't on the farm anymore because they were overseas at war, and the women were in the factories, basically taking their positions. So they, you know, the whole military-industrial complex happened, and you had women who were out in the workforce earning money who had never done that before, and all away from the farm. Then the war was over, and a lot of these GIs saw things that they'd never seen before. They left their hometowns, they saw the rest of the world, and they decided that they didn't necessarily want to go back to the farm. And likewise, the women didn't necessarily want to go back to domestic work. And then after the war, what's a bomb maker to do? You got companies that were manufacturing and had huge infrastructure, and suddenly they had no business. And they had to find out what to do with it. Why do you suppose that terrorists use fertilizer to make bombs? Because that's what they made it out of. They had this stuff that they used to make bombs, and they realized that they could put it in the ground and it would fertilize plants. So they have the whole ag industry based on ex-bomb manufacturers. So that allowed them to have mechanized monocrop farming. Anybody know what monocrop means? Single crop, all in one place. Why does industrialized agriculture do that? More efficient. They can produce more. They can get more done in less space, in less time.